Hey everybody, I got tagged on this video by the CajunBlaze. CajunBlaze here, folks. Brian, good man. I like him. Talked to him a few times over the years. Always been very cordial and polite. He's a very nice guy. I really like to see when his vids pop up on my subscription list. And just a stand-up guy on YouTube. So he asked, what are my carry blades? I carried this one for about a year and a half. It's Chris Reeve Menundi. Or I'm sorry, not Menundi, Insingo. It's like third time I've done this vid because people keep calling me. I'm getting confused now. So this Insingo, saw about a year and a half in my pocket. It shows it on the handles, but the blade is still pristine. I use the knife every day. That S30V turned out to be pretty good steel. I was kind of against it at first, but it's proved itself more than once to me. Holds a good edge, easy to sharpen. Touch it up on a ceramic rod freehand, and you're good to go. I love this knife. This blade shape is, in my opinion, the king of the Sabenzas. I had a few regulars, I never use them. I just always feel the tip's too delicate. That Insingo is perfect. Everything from food prep to stabbing into something. So let me think. That was about a year and a half, and then for about the last 20 months, close to 2 years, I've carried this True North Knives Special Tanto Edition Zan. It's the old school. It's the old pivot, no Idaho made, no chamfering here to get to the thumb studs on the left side. It's not reduced here to make it easier to get to the right side thumb stud. It's the old style jimping, no lock over travel stop, S30V instead of S35. This thing's a tank. I use it every day. I don't know if I can focus on it well enough, but I'll try. I should have done that on the Insingo too to show you. There's plenty of character that's been put on this thing. I can't catch it in the right light, but it's more than tore up in the bead blast. But again, the titanium is very robust, and there's nothing on the blade or the titanium that says that without a bead or with a bead blast that wouldn't be brand new again. That's one thing I really like about Chris Reeve knives after using them for so long, is that as long as you're not trying to pry open a door with them, they just last and last. It's a forever life knife, in my opinion. Third on the list, my Warren Thomas Model 6. I love this thing. Use it for everything from making salsa and preparing food around the house to my wedding knife. I didn't realize it would turn into my wedding knife, but I sold my Chris Reeve Menundi and had to stand up at a buddy's wedding the other day and realized I didn't have a really nice knife that wasn't kind of obnoxious, and I didn't want a pocket clip hanging out of my suit pants for the wedding. So I grabbed that bad boy, Kydex, dropped it in my front pocket. Nobody knew I had it but me, and believe it or not, my wife's dress ended up matching that bad boy right there. Nice purple with a crazy pattern on it. So those are the three I use the most. And then last but not least, and the only reason it doesn't see as much time is because of how cool these are, is my Benchmade 810 Contigo. I love this thing. It's a big knife, but I don't mind. It's really about the same class as the Savenza, or the Zan, I mean. CPM M4 steel, which I'm really, really liking at this point. The Cerakote, which seems to be holding up pretty well, and just outstanding handles. And for the size of the knife and the weight, it carries really, really well. And Axis Lock is one of my all-time favorites, maybe my favorite. Although I've been carrying these so long, they maybe are tied now. So those are my main blades right there. That's what I rotate through, but mainly the Insingo and the Zan. Sometimes I'll carry the Warren Thomas Model 6 with those knives, depending where I'm going and what I'm doing. And then other days I'll take that 810 Contigo. Now with the laws changing right now, they got it on the books for Michigan. They're changing that. With any luck, it'll be soon. We'll have the right to carry an automatic knife in public. And with that said, just received this from my buddy Sean Reba. It's Sean Reba Photography. A mini SOCOM. I think it's 2003 vintage. And if that law does pass here and passes properly, that SOCOM will be on my carry list. It may take over for a while. I really like it. Thin, lightweight, has a lock, automatic, easy. Just a fun knife to have. The only thing that'll kill it for me is it's tipped down. I hate tip down. So other than that, that may go into the carry list, and if they do pass that law, I may put my Ultratech 2 into the running. Sounds good, doesn't it? Look at that bad boy. Hard to argue with that, isn't it? Perfect. Perfect lockup. And then, I know, I keep going. It's a long video already. Got this the other day because they changed the pivot. I wanted to get the old style pivot. So here's a Wilson Combat collaboration with Chris Reeve. Zan. They call the StarTech. See the difference in the handles? I did a whole video on that. I don't even know if I posted it. But if I didn't, I'll redo it. The reason I bought the Tanto at first is because I hated this blade on the regulars, and I waited for this to come out. But the StarTechs don't come in Tanto, so I got this bad boy, and man, is it scary sharp. That point's like a needle. The thing is stabbing into my thumb right here. I can't even feel it. I just know it's stabbing because I moved to the side. It's in deep. Good, I got a callus there, right? The handle's outstanding. I don't mind the lock bar over travel stop, although aesthetically it's fugly. I'm used to it, I guess. And the Idaho made, as much as it bugs me and some other knives, has done well here. Kind of out of the way and in smaller type. The recess here to get to the lock bar is kind of nice. I think that's a good change. And then the ability to open it with your thumb here is fine, although I've grown over almost 2 years. I pushed there and then grabbed the thumb stud, so I didn't need to be able to push here. I'd already trained myself the other way, but being able to open it like that without having to think about it's pretty cool too. So I'm debating right now whether that becomes a favorite carry knife and I beat up 2 Zans, or whether I hang on to this or whether I sell it. I don't know. But I'm putting it in the vid because I carried it a couple days gently while carrying another knife to beat on. And I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So let me see if I can get them in here. My favorite carry blades right there, and my 2 hopefuls right there. That's it. Thanks for tagging me in. Appreciate it, Blaze. Brian, thank you. It's a good vid. I was happy to make it. And I'll be tagging in Espmet, my buddy, and Knife Addiction 2011. I'll be tagging him in as well. I'll get a hold of both of them and let them know. But let's see this favorite carry blade you got, guys. And let's keep this one going for a little bit. I enjoyed watching the ones I've seen so far. Everybody take care. Stay safe.